Hi guys, so today I have a couple of things to show you which I bought from a store called GEMSVILLE. Now I did actually get these off of Depop, but she does also have an Etsy store, so I will link everything down in the description as to where to find it. I also wanted to quickly say happy birthday to the moon and stars. Hopefully this will be out on a Friday, who knows. Now I bought two things. I have been eyeing up this store for ages. This store owner does loads of hand-drawn illustrations and she does them on shoes, on notebooks, on bags and stickers. They are just so awesome, and for ages I've been eyeing up this pair of bat shoes. However, they're in a men's UK size 10, so they definitely were not gonna fit me. And then she brought out these, so I was so excited that I was able to get this print on something. I saw these things on Depop and bought them, and only a few days later did they arrive at my house, and I was so excited I just tore it open. So I don't actually have any of the packaging to show you. It was really nicely packaged in tissue paper, and inside there were little business cards which again has all of her information on there. I have since contacted her to ask her to do a custom piece, so I'm going to show you that in another video because I just can't wait to show you these things. I feel like the custom piece probably needs a whole video for itself. So as you can probably guess, they are bat themed. So I'm going to start with this little bag. Now this print is so similar to the kind of print that she put on the shoes. From the looks of it, this bat print was kind of drawn and then it was kind of applied to various different stationery objects. And this piece is called the zipper purse. Now I did buy this with something in mind. I wanted to keep all of my cross-stitchy stuff in it. However, when I got it, I realised because of like the layout of it, it would be way better as a pencil case. So I've now switched up my pencil case, which I got from Spooky Box Club last month, and I'm using that for my cross-stitchy stuff and this as my like every single day pencil case. And it means I can take this gorgeous print with me at all times. So here is the bat print. It is gorgeous. It completely reminds me of the vintage illustrations of bats, which is my absolute, actually I've got it on my dress today. These like vintage bat illustrations which you see on so many things, that is exactly what this pencil case reminded me of. And they are my favourite illustrations and depictions of bats, so I was super excited when I saw this. I'm also loving the fact that these bats are brown. I have so many black bats, it is unbelievable, but I don't really have very many brown bats, so I feel like we needed a bit of brown bat appreciation up in here, so I feel like this works perfectly. The bats themselves have the cutest little expressions. I love their little fangs that they have, and I also like the fact that they're all kind of flying in different directions. It's just, oh, I love this print so much. I would love this as a dress. The bat section is on the top of this. It's kind of like the lid of the pencil case, and the back is just black, and as you can see it is still kind of folded down from where it was in the post, but it is a good size once you kind of open it up. I did also want to mention, which I know is slightly strange, this material has such a nice feel. It's almost like a suede feel. I thought it was going to be more of this kind of more like rough material like the rest of the pencil cases, but this bit is just so soft. It's like a suede, almost like very slightly velvet feel. It's just, it's a very satisfying thing to touch. So opening it up, there is Velcro, so there are two bits of Velcro here, and they go together and it shuts nicely. I have actually filled this up with stuff and the Velcro still did meet in the right place, which is something I have found annoying in the past with kind of Velcro pieces where you fill it up and then the Velcro doesn't match up, but this one has a lot of kind of room for stretching and bulging, so that is really good. Once you open it up, there is a zip on the front. So there's a little secret compartment here, so you can keep whatever you feel necessary in that section. And then the main section itself is at the top, again with another zip. I love things which have zips just because you know all your stuff isn't going to fall out. I've had purses before which have like a fold down bit like that and then no zip at the top and the stuff still somehow falls out the side. But as you can see, it's quite a nice size in there. So inside you have your main large compartment, but there's also this little kind of flap of material on the side, so there is another little kind of mini slot there, which I guess you could keep bits of paper in or maybe postage notes. So altogether in this little bag there are 3 compartments, one at the front, a main one, and then a little one inside. So I was really pleased with that, and also I'm one of those people that enjoys having compartments so I can section things off and put my pens and pencils in one bit and my paper stuff in another bit. So as for size, this is 21 centimeters across. I handily dandly have a pencil here, so as you can see your average size pencil will very easily fit inside this. You could also use it as a makeup bag, which was the other thing I was considering. However, again, we got that Spooky Box Club makeup bag / pencil case last month, so I'm kind of using that for makeup now, so I have committed to that use. Another thing that this could be used for is maybe a clutch bag if you are the kind of person that enjoys going out on a night out and you just want to carry your essentials like your phone and your keys, and I feel like it would be a really handy size for that as well. And again, with the zip, you don't have to worry about things falling out. So on Depop this was listed for £15, however the postage was included, so once I combined the postage for these 2 items it came down to £17 altogether. So I did save a little bit on postage by buying a few things. She does also have this bag available in a whale design, which is so awesome. And she did also have a moth design as well for all of you moth lovers. However, that one has already sold. But from what I can tell from sneakily searching the comments, she is bringing out more of this style of bag soon. So also in your moth and whale design, you can get one of these really cool notebooks. I saw that she had a bat notebook for sale a while ago and I really wanted it, but it sold so quickly because her prices are just amazing for what you're getting. And so when I saw this notebook, I was straight on there. I wanted it this time, and I've kept it in the crinkly wrapping just to show you exactly how it's got. So I haven't actually seen inside yet, but I wanted to save it because I just thought that the packaging looked so nice. It has a cardboard slip around it and it says GEMSVILLE on it, which is the name of the lady. So this is in an A6 size and there are 48 pages in here. Another thing which made me really happy is that it is recycled paper. Obviously we would all die without trees, so it's very important to recycle our paper, and especially if it comes in bat print. It can be cute and help save the environment at the same time. This pink piece of card also does have all her information on the back as well. As I said, I will put those down in the description for you. These lines are very satisfying. I am very pleased with the size of the space between each line. So as you can see, it is exactly the same print as on the pencil case. It's just all over, so you get a few more bats, and also it is slightly darker. I think it's just because of the different materials used. As you can see, the bats on the notebook are just a little bit darker, but again, that is just because of the material. You can really see all the detail which she's put into these bats, and I really like how kind of black this black is in the background. I feel like it does really make them stand out. It does also have a good shine to it, as you can probably see from all that lovely glare that is happening, and it does give it a very professional feel. There is no writing on the front or the back of this, however all the bats are the same way round, so it's pretty easy to tell that this is the front. Also, now that I've opened it, I have noticed that there are bats inside as well, so you get this print on the inside of the cover and the outside of the cover, which is super nice. And I guess once you finish this notebook, if you no longer need any of this paper, you could probably cut the paper out and just have this as an awesome print and maybe like frame it or something. Definitely, I feel like you could very easily recycle this recycled paper. As you can see, the pages are all just lined. There are no margins or anything, but you do have a larger gap at the top and a little bit of a large gap at the bottom, which is definitely my favourite style of writing paper. I do like to put the date and things at the top when I am making notes, so that's really handy. It's also like the perfect size for taking to uni as well. So this is going to be well used. The paper seems to make a lovely paper sound, and the paper also seems to be a really nice thickness as well, so I am not worried about my ink pen bleeding through to the next page, which is always so annoying when you're trying to write and you turn the page and it's just got like bits of blobs of ink on the next page which has come through. So I'm really pleased with the quality of that. I also love the colour of recycled paper because it's not white, it's kind of like off-white, and I don't know why, but that is just so satisfying for me to look at. And for me personally, I find it's easier to read my notes back when it's not on like bleach white paper. Maybe that's just me, but yes. So to buy this notebook, it would have cost me £5.25. However, as I said, I did get combined postage, so I got these together for £17. Definitely the best stationery related purchases which I have bought of this year of 2017, so I am really excited. I have to say, when I got this, I just fell in love with the illustrations, and I had to share it with you. As I said, I have since contacted GEMSVILLE and she is making a custom piece for me, and I'll let you into a tiny secret. It does include both my Gomez and my tripod, so I am so excited. I cannot wait. I have seen kind of line drawing of her first sort of draft of what she's making, and it is amazing. So I'm really excited about that. So as I said, I will leave everything that you need down in the description below. I hope that you're having a lovely Easter weekend. I have been in bed ill, alas, for the last week, hence why there has been a lack of uploads. I was stuck on bed rest. I wasn't even allowed to get up and get food, so it was a very traumatic week, but I have recovered fine. But if you have any questions or comments, please do leave them below. If it's sunny where you are, I hope you're enjoying the shade, and I'll see you next time. Bye!